You might have invented the cult in your own mind. See, I'm sacrificing my life. I know I've done it. Once in a while, my wife kicks me, Ray, wake up. Lucky I have her. All right. So don't do that to yourself. If you're the effect, don't do that. See, when you're in that kind of lifestyle of sacrifice and pain, you can't see outside the box. You don't even know it's happening. You don't even know it's happening. You need somebody, like my wife here, who kicks me. Ray, so-and-so's taking advantage of you. So-and-so's, doing this. So-and-so's doing that. Right. She's outside the box. You can see what's going on.
Are you saying Americans are in a cult because we pay taxes and suffering wars?
That's a good question. Hold that to the end. That's a good question. We'll hold that to the end. We'll decide after I go through this. We can decide if it's if we in America are in a cult or if the church is a cult. But I'll go through this. I'm going to give them a fair shake on this. If you're dependent on the group, this is another datum. If you're dependent on a group, or if your client is dependent on a group, he says, "Oh, I can't get sessions because I have to go play bocce ball or something." He's in a cult. He depends on that group. Now, if he depends on that group for clothing, food, shelter, moral support, he's culturized. Oh no, I have to go to my group. I don't care if he's like playing, what do you call it? What does your mother play all the time?
Bridge.
Playing bridge. Bridge as a group could be a cult. See, because they go there and they get the belief system and they can't get out of that. I'm not saying your mother's that way, but huh? AA is a cult. AA is a cult. Come on. Come on. They depend on Jesus to get them through. And you know by now, I don't have to tell you this, nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to save you. Not the church, Scientology, not Jesus, not anybody. The only person who will save you is you yourself. You got to know that by now. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right. Amen. I love that girl. Who said that? Who said that? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get a hug for that one. Okay. Next step: handling the person who's been culturized. The next step is that's what we call behavior. Now, behavior, doing rituals. A guy comes in and he says, "No, I got to do my rituals." You better find out what he's doing, because you want to know that the sessions are getting them better, not the rituals. And what is he really doing when he's doing these rituals? Can anybody tell me a ritual? I'm sure we've all been culturized, to some degree. Like when we went to high school, we had to go do the ritual of the prom. It's a ritual, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I say yes to Erica because she went to the prom a few years ago. I had to buy the dress and everything. You look very pretty at the prom, actually. What ritual did you have to go through when you're in the church Scientology? I don't pick on the church all the time, but it's a good one.
Having to applaud Ron's picture.
That's a ritual. That's a ritual. That's a ritual. You got a ritual?
Well, having to go to staff meetings late at night and get berated for trying to help their planet.
What about those white glove nights, white glove,
He's blowing down on that one.
Yeah, right.
I even get it from my fellow freezer.
Yeah, right. But there's some really rituals, like clapping the hands. That's more like a ritual. you know, that's done every time at a certain time, that kind of thing, you know.
One of those
How do you?
high pressure fundraising.
That's not a ritual. That's not a ritual. A ritual is like, it's usually, per definition, something that is done, but it's like here we are praising someone who's gone. What are the rituals? Say a ritual of Catholics. What do the Catholics have as a ritual? Doing the crucifixion every time you go in. Yeah, yeah. Let's pick on another group besides Catholics and Church Scientology. Any other group? Bar mitzvah. Yeah, yeah. I know. I used to date a Jewish girl. I don't know about that.
Muslims at a certain time of the day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Bend down and squat.
Yeah. Oh, boy, I'm so glad I didn't grow up in that kind of. A what?
I was saying the Muslims at a certain time have to turn their head down towards the east or something like that.
The Muslims, yeah. Yeah. Every time the bell rings or something, or someone cries out, or a horn or something, they
Bow down to Mecca.
bow down toward Mecca. Where, yeah, that's right. Okay, we know what a ritual is. Let's go on something else. How do you break a ritual? How do you break this behavior or ritual? Any suggestions? Well, how do you deprogram the behavior? You have a client that comes in that has to bow down every 5 minutes or every hour or two for Mecca, right? You're right in the middle of a session. He says, "Wait a minute, I got to go." And you know, how do you break that habit?
Give them a new ritual.
One at a time. Go.
You have them do it on their own determinants.
No, but they're already culturated to do it. They have to do it.
Well, this is what I do.
I want a better one. I want a better example. What?
I tell my PCs they don't have to do something if they don't want to. I just say that one of the rituals is you have to write a success story.
Yeah, that's a ritual.
And I tell my PCs you don't have to write anything if you don't want to.
Yeah, that goes along with what you were saying. Get their self-determined, right, Pat? Get their self-determinism in there.
If you don't
Yeah,
want to do it, just don't do it.
yeah, yeah. There you go. Give them a choice. Look, you don't got to bow down to Mecca here. This is a holy place already, so you don't have to have bowing. You gotta.
Like, what would happen if you didn't?
What would happen if you didn't bow down to Mecca? Well, you go to hell, I guess. I don't know. That's a good question. What?
I've got an example. My mother believes that she has to go to church, and I have to go to church. She thinks if I'm going to be saved, I have to go on church on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we'll burn in the lake of fire at the great second coming if you don't. And to ask her what happens, give her a choice, or whatever, think it's not going to change her. So I don't know even if I would be able to. Maybe the thing is to let her keep her belief and work with what I can work with her on, because that's her stable date on it.
Another way is not do nothing, right? Let her do the ritual. That's one solution. Grab them some beingness, right? Good. One more over here.
Yeah, anxiety, you show that their source, themselves, their source.
Yeah. Yeah, by telling them it's your choice, you want to do the ritual or not.
You could run it out.
Run the ritual out? Earlier similar?
Yeah. And you can ask, where did you first learn this and where were you standing?
You go back, you can false data strip them, like ask them, where did this idea come from that you got to bow twice to the north and to the east? Who told you this? And if you do it sincerely, I really want to know. It might be a good thing. And then they'll tell you, or usually they don't know. It's just something something their grandma taught them, you know. All right, let's go on, because I just want to get a few. And I think we got a good enough way to deprogram this, right? Behavior. Very good. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing.